Welcome to Insider Knowledge, a new series over here on the Texas Bend Real Estate channel, sponsored by hillcountryhomes.com. Today's episode is called C.L.U.E Reports, the true secret Carfax to your home. This is real interesting. This is a secret tool that not even all agents know about to evaluate major home repair history. Calling it the Carfax to your home. A Carfax, if you're not familiar with, is just a report that you can order on your car and generally gives you a maintenance history. When you take your car into the dealer or you take it in for repair to an independent auto shop, many times they report the work that was done into a central database. Other people can pull that Carfax report and see what work was done. It generally indicates major, minor accidents as well as maintenance. But it's not the end-all be-all. If something was not reported or the repair shop does not report to that database, then there is incomplete data, and therefore the Carfax is not the ultimate trustworthy solution. That said, there are things that I've looked up on Google for a Carfax for your home, and they're just custom-made reports with publicly available data. What I'm talking about today is something different. The C.L.U.E report is something that is real, and it is also free. By law, any homeowner can go to the website called lexisnexis.com and request the C.L.U.E report for their home. Now, what is a C.L.U.E report? The letters themselves just stand for Comprehensive Loss Underwriting Exchange. What this is the insurance company's database that they share amongst each other. And when you make a claim to your homeowner's insurance for something that was damaged in your home by a storm or just a flood, an accident, whatever the case is, when you make a claim to your insurance company, it goes into this database. And it specifies, the date, the type of loss, the amount paid by the insurance company. In fact, we can go ahead and look at one of these reports right now. Here's a C.L.U.E report that I'm looking at for a made-up home, but it shows you the claim history, what date the claim was filed, what type of catastrophe or disaster occurred, was it a water claim, etc. This is a real important document that is otherwise unknown to you, secret, but yet legally available to you, and something critical if you're buying a home. You want to be able to view this C.L.U.E report. This C.L.U.E report only covers the current owner of the home and their history in the house for up to the past 7 years. So it is limited. If you have only owned the home for 6 months, or the owner of the house that you're looking to buy has only owned that home for 6 months, that C.L.U.E report is only going to cover that 6-month period. But if you're lucky and that owner has been in that home for a long time, you will get up to the last 7 years maximum history of that claim report. So anyway, why is this important? Well, obviously it's important because of something that is a crucial document in the home purchase. It's called the seller's disclosure notice. And the seller's disclosure notice is the only document that the seller and only the seller must fill out and tell you about what features the home has, doesn't have, and what kind of history with issues the home has. Now, seller disclosure notice is a critical document because the seller's agent cannot help them fill out that document. This is something that the sole liability rests upon the seller as an individual person themselves. And in the state of Texas, if you buy a home and you discover there was an issue that occurred during that seller's tenure that was not disclosed on the seller disclosure notice, you have 4 years after you purchase the home to sell the seller for that non-disclosure. So why I care so much about this C.L.U.E report is that it goes hand in hand for me with the seller disclosure notice. Seller disclosure notice tells you what they remember about issues. But the problem is not everybody has the greatest memory. People can choose not to disclose things illegally and just say, oh, they forgot, and not tell you about it. Or you have people like my 85-year-old mother. Wonderful lady, but unfortunately a poor memory, and she couldn't tell you what she had for breakfast, much less what happened to her home 5 years ago. As a buyer's agent, I always ask the seller agent to have their seller obtain this C.L.U.E report. It's not faultless. Again, we've got the owner time frame. Also, claims aren't filed for a lot of things. A lot of times a homeowner will not file a claim. They don't want to have their deductibles and rates go up. They only want to file claims in cases where they feel they're definitely going to go through the insurance. So there's certainly opportunity for a lot of issues that have occurred, generally more minor ones that will not show up on this C.L.U.E report. Good example of this C.L.U.E report in general. I had a friend bought a house before they knew me. Their agent didn't know anything about C.L.U.E reports. They had a leak in their house. They told me about it. I came over, walked the interior. I noticed something. The roof of the ceiling, basically above the garage, clearly to me had been refinished. I could just tell the texturing, paint, everything was off by a little bit. I could see the area, and it was a large area. That to me indicated a prior leak. This was not disclosed to them. They were having a possible leak in their upstairs bathroom above that garage. Went in and saw, it was clear that they had, unfortunately, a cracked shower pan. That is a major issue. And it wound up being a $6,000 repair. Anyway, the problem is the seller never disclosed this issue. The property inspector didn't apparently see the ceiling. Property inspections are general inspections. They're not by specialists. And they often don't find these types of things. So basically, the client had a $6,000 issue. And the good news is the seller didn't disclose it. It was within the 4 years. So the buyer, owner, who was my friend, had the right to sell that, sue that seller for the damages that weren't disclosed for the prior leaks. They chose not to. In their view, they said that they really liked the people they bought the house from. They didn't want to sue them afterwards. They thought they were nice people. I'm sure they were nice, but they weren't so nice that they disclosed this prior leak and current issue. But anyway, that's the choice. The point is, this C.L.U.E report is something that every agent should know about. You should obtain this report for every home you're seriously interested in, and you should always compare the claims made on this report to the issues disclosed in the seller disclosure notice to make sure they line up. Ultimately, this is just a cool tool that not everybody knows about and can save you thousands and thousands of dollars. Once again, this is insider knowledge. Appreciate the episode and your views. This is the C.L.U.E report, the true secret Carfax to your home. And if you have any more requests for information about this, go ahead and contact us through our sponsor, hillcountryhomes.com. Find the right agent, find the right home. Thank you.